This is Gary Atencia with CNTV, and I am here with Desiree, owner of the Makery. And Desiree, tell me a little bit about your shop here. It's a little bit unusual because of the fact that you actually get the clients involved pretty heavily.
We do. Cake decorating has really become popular in the last few years. And we have actually come up with a concept, sort of like a paint your own pottery, where you can come in and decorate your own cake. You don't have to make it, you don't have to make the frosting, you just come in and you do the fun part. So we offer birthday parties, events for adults, team building events, classes, workshops, all kinds of fun things, as well as drop-in decorating. You can come by anytime. We have small cakes available for that, or you can order a larger one. Not only that, we do a lot of full-service decorating. We're also one of the only cake shops in town that do extreme cakes, which are 3D, stand-up, things that require frames and power tools and all that good stuff. So.
That is amazing. I mean, I was just looking through your book here, and that's what amazing. We featured bakeries before, and a lot of times I see books in there they have stock photos. A lot of times, this is what's possible. This is what we can do. Yours, this is what we have done, correct?
That is correct, yeah. Our wedding cake portfolio has over 400 cakes in it, and our occasions cake has somewhere around 300, but we don't take pictures of every cake anymore. These are also downloadable from our website in a PDF form, and lots of people actually do that.
Oh, fantastic. We will put the website right on the bottom of the screen then, right there, so people can go check them out because, yeah, I mean, it's entertaining just to kind of look at all the different ideas out there. Now, like you said, it's a big craze because of people get to come in and get involved with it. I like it a little bit better than pottery personally because you get to eat what actually comes out at the end.
Absolutely. And that actually is very good because you can come back and do it again and again and again, and it's not just sitting around your house. You enjoy it, you're nurturing your family, you're having a good time, you're celebrating something. So it's just a kind of a happy little store.
Absolutely. And like you say, you have kids that come in and do birthdays and that type of thing, or you don't need an occasion to come in and decorate a cake, do you?
Not really. It's just for fun. So.
Exactly, which is great. And you've been featured before on different shows. Most outrageous cake you've ever made in the past. Give me just in the past year something that kind of caught your eye, something that you actually felt pretty proud of your team putting together.
Well, we got a call one afternoon of a mother who's having her daughter's birthday the next day up in the mountains, and she says, "Hey, I want a snowboarding cake." And we're like, "So you want it to look like a snowboard? Do you want us to draw a snowboarder?" And she says, "No, I'd like a full snowboarder." And we're like, "Okay, when do you need it?" And she says, "Oh, tomorrow." And so we had to actually craft a stand-up snowboarder flying off a cliff and serve 30 people out of the whole thing in 24 hours. So that was interesting.
Big. Obviously, customer service is huge to you. Otherwise, there's a lot of bakeries in town, quite honestly, would have said, "I'll pass."
Absolutely. Yeah, we pride ourselves on being nice, and we totally understand that the general public isn't real educated in cake, and we are more than happy to talk to you as long as you need to explain the cake and understand what it is we're doing with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's nice about it is you kind of put them in the director's chair to be able to go, "This is the vision that I've got in my mind, but is that even possible? Is it,
Right.
I mean, able to do?" As far as delivery goes, do you guys do any kind of delivery out there for people?
Absolutely. We go just about anywhere. We do charge for delivery. On wedding cakes, your first 30 miles is usually free if the cake is big enough. And then if it's a birthday cake or what have you, we will do the delivery, absolutely. But if you're finding that's a little cost prohibitive, we actually build delivery boxes with foam and everything, and it's usually just not a problem.
Wedding cakes, I'm sure it gets pretty elaborate when it comes to wedding cakes. What would you say is the most time you've ever allotted to?
I have spent about 10 hours decorating a wedding cake previously, which is pretty over and above. That's well over a single day's work. Not for me, but for a lot of people. So wedding cakes really they're about a 20-hour endeavor from, starting with the cake flour and getting it all the way through to the end process. And a lot of people don't realize just what a feat it is to make a cake like that.
Absolutely, and then making sure that it's going to hold up, making sure that it tastes good on top of it, and so because we've all seen cakes that look fantastic, and you take a bite out of it and go, that doesn't taste too great. Is there some special recipes that you bring along that make your cakes taste so wonderful?
Yes, my grandmother actually started teaching me how to bake when I was young, and then it's just something that stuck with me through my life. I've gotten some cakes from some fabulous friends who've been doing it forever, and then also our most popular flavor, Grandma Mavis's chocolate cake, is not my grandmother. It's actually my friend Rochelle's grandmother, but it's her recipe.
Nice. And so you get to taste them and decide if they're going to make the cut.
Right, exactly.
How many people can your place accommodate here?
We have accommodated up to 27, but that is fairly tight. Usually for a birthday party, we like to keep it under 16 because usually there's some adults hanging out, and we got to have a little room for them to just, have a pleasurable experience as well.
Yeah, absolutely. What I like about it, I mean, taking a look at some of the kids here decorating and that type of thing, it's kind of like gets them to think out of the box.
Yeah, and kids are very creative and they are very, very brave. They will try anything, and it's really awesome to see what little kids come up with. And actually, they've named a few of the tips and a few of the techniques that we've used, like the vacuum cleaner tip. That's just the flat one, and it's just cute. Little kids say things like "I'm tasty" when their hands are all messed up. So it's really adorable.
I like the whole concept because you're having fun with it. I mean, you're at home with mom. She's baking a cake. Usually she's baking it for something that's going on. So, oh, you can't help mom. Well, hold on, baby. You'll mess that up. And this is a whole different deal because you want them involved in playing.
Absolutely. And a lot of people don't realize that it's only sugar. You can scrape it off and do it again. So it's not
true.
An issue.
Clients, you've done quite a few cakes in the past. Tell me just off the top of your head who possibly maybe the biggest client you can think of you put a little cake together for.
Well, previously we've done a cake for the Pope, and it was really great. He was in town for a convention, and the lady who ordered it said, "Hey, let's turn the Pope's teeth blue." So it was just a fun thing to do. We've done a cake for the president of the Young Democrats. We actually did the Capitol building. So we've done a couple different really cool things.
Fantastic. Technology. Does technology change in this business much, or does everything stay pretty basic, and do you embrace technology here?
Mm-hmm. We absolutely do. And actually our bakery utilizes the computer more than anything because our website is very well developed, themakery.com. You can go online, you'll be lost for hours amongst the pictures. As far as like tools that we use, cake decorators are the most inventive people I know as far as making their own tools and actually being able to, a lot of us make our own silicone molds for things that we need. Very, very inventive products out there, and I mean, it's just such a creative group of people, and when you don't have the specific tool that you need to do a job, we just make it. So it's really great.
Wow. Yeah, matter of fact, out here you get to see the pretty part of the business. You get to see the fun part of the business. Tell me a little bit about what goes on in the back room. What kind of equipment do you have? What happens there?
Well, we have two people back there baking. Awesome people. They're a lot of fun. They have four ovens, a big mixer, a big dishwasher, several tables, and it's just jam-packed full of all baked from scratch goods.
Is there any specials you would like to give the viewing public out there, maybe a little something that would entice them to come on in, try you out, maybe for their first time? They've never come in and done this type of thing. Let me ask you on a group also, is there a minimum amount on a group?
Yes, there is a special I would like to offer. If you come in and say, "I saw you on CNTV," you guys will have a 10% discount, so just come in and mention that. And then if you had a group, the minimum is 6, the maximum is usually around 16, but we can tweak that. If you don't mind being squished, we don't mind having you.
Excellent.
Well, we have 12 different scenarios that we do, or themes, and so basically it's a per person price.
So the special they're running is basically 10% off. You take a look at this, just mention this, the viewing here, and you can get 10% off. Come on down to the Makery. Obviously, I don't have to even ask what separates you from a lot of the other bakeries around town, because of the fact that you have a concept and a philosophy that basically is having fun. And sharing what you do in the back room as serious business, you actually share it out here with the kids, with youth, and whoever wants to get their hands dirty and have a little fun.
Absolutely.
Perfect. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.